Well, it's not quite a nor'easter, but the rain's coming down pretty good here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Boston Red Sox. It's Red Sox baseball on the show, and it comes your way next. Drew Pomerantz gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's putting together an outstanding season on the mound. I mean, anytime you have an ERA in the low threes, you've had a solid year. He's taking care of his own business. He's pitching deep in games and giving his team a chance to win every time he goes out. And I think the same will be today. He's going to give them an opportunity to win this game because he'll pitch well.
At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And we are underway from Fenway as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. Fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
Well, Matt, they're playing good ball. If you look at the standings, they got a nice, comfortable lead, but comfortable can be trouble. You got to stay focused, keep your foot on the pedal, and just continue to put that opponent away because this little lead can dwindle quick.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A called strike over the outside corner. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. HR, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, this club is really struggling to score runs. They're down towards the bottom third. It puts so much pressure on your pitching staff when you're not scoring runs. So if they want to change their whole game and lift the whole morale of this club, score some runs.
So coming to the plate, Maikel Franco. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, strangely, Ricky's going to be in trouble for the hitter, so he's frustrated. Now, as a hitter, you're saying get the ball up, but he loves to call the ball up. You don't want it up that high, though. He loves to call it that high, and you may see somebody turn around and get in his eye and start screaming at him.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. And another foul ball. Just underway here at Fenway Park. Another one sent foul. He'll try again, 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in a 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Only 1 hit for him in his last 4 ball games. first offering on its way. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
In the dirt here, and the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Betts on the run. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. So striding in, Tommy Joseph. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
That's a fastball right down the middle. Now, you might be able to get away with it in the first inning. Guys are still filling him out. But if he's going to have success in this game, Matt, he's going to have to be on the corners with that fastball.
2 out with the man at first. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. There to get it is Pedroia. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Now the Red Sox will get their shot. No score. Jeremy Hellickson gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Into the box now is Dustin Pedroia as he'll lead off the home half of inning number 1.
Second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. These Phillies, Harold, as they enter play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
I like how they played their game yesterday. They won yesterday's game. If they're able to play like that today, they'll win another one.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there, knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Harold, what's the key to continuing the winning streak?
Well, Matt, the first thing that I thought about why they're struggling winning games is they're near the bottom and slugging. When you're not driving the ball and being able to score runs with power, you're going to have a tough time winning games, and that's this club right now. They're going to have to figure out some way to inject some power into this offense and get that slugging percentage up.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Xander Bogaerts is at the plate as he looks at ball one. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit down the third baseline. And now from the air, a jump throw. And the throw is low that time to first. And did he have control of it? Yes, says the first base umpire. And there are two gone. Here's Mookie Betts. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Pelicans ready, 1-0 on its way. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Clearly, they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
I really like what he did right there. 2-0, he wasn't able to hit the spot he was shooting for. 3-0, he made a better pitch, and now he sits 3-1. Let's see what he does here.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Wow. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Here's Michael Saunders now. He comes in currently second on the team in home runs.
The right fielder, number 5, Michael Saunders.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. In prior matchups against Drew Pomerantz, 0 for 4. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit to short. Bogaerts has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking in the outfield at Mookie Betts. This kid came up as a second baseman, flew through the organization, tearing it up. But where are you going to go when you're blocked by Dustin Pedroia? So they moved him to the outfield. I cannot believe how quick he caught on.
Standing in, Cameron Rupp. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that gets through for a one-out base hit. At the plate, Chris Coghlan. Hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. The second for one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Into the windup and the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. Swung on, missed. 2-1.
Now that's a big swing. That's what the big fella's supposed to do. Look to go downtown. Let it all fly. He let the dog out right there. I want to see if he calms it down or does it again on this pitch.
Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Phillies. And I'm looking in the outfield at Odubel Herrera. When the Phillies were turning things around and turning that organization upside down, bringing up young talent, he was the first guy. Won batting titles in the minor leagues and really got off to a good start in the big leagues as well.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with the bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. First pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Now here's the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Well, that's a great example of just pure hitting. A switch hitter takes the ball the other way. This is something they work on from both sides of the plate. Nice execution.
Ready now, Pablo Sandoval. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Now a throw over, and the throw's in fact dropped. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. 1-1, here it is. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. So a chance here to perhaps get on the board for the first time as he's into scoring position on the stolen base. And you can see right there he currently sits second on the Red Sox in that category. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a liner. Foul.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Herrera's there. And he makes the catch for the second out. Here's Jackie Bradley now. His lifetime numbers against Jeremy Hellickson, 1 for 6. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you could tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Red Sox leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Stepping in, Freddie Galvis. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game.
Freddie Galvis.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1. And the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Roman Quinn comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Into the windup and the pitch. Breaking ball taken right down the middle. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Nope.
Missed low and inside with it. 1-1.
1-1.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Misses, ball 2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Drilled on the ground to short. Bogarts has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Phillies down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Swihart.
And they'll start things out with a changeup here, but this is a bit too tight. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a changeup right down the middle. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. The pitch. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Fastball is outside, and it's full now. 3-2.
Well, he finds himself in danger of walking the 8-hitter right here. That's just something you don't want to do. You walk the 8-hitter, the 9-hitter can bunt him over, starts a big inning, he can hit and run. It could lead to a lot of problems.
Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line and left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throwing to second. The tag, and he is out at second.
Batting ninth, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now the pitch. Bouncer down the line. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the second out.
The second baseman, number 15, Dustin Pedroia.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
I really like his game plan. You can clearly see his game plan was, I'm going to bust him inside. He's done that, and we're already in the third inning. It continues to pound the ball in.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Looped out toward third. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Well, that base hit right there extends the streak to 10 games. When you start getting hits over 10 games, you've been pretty consistent over the last 2 series you've been playing. Really good ball right now.
Throw over to first. Runner back safely. Here's Xander Bogaerts now.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Ready with the 0-1. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Hellickson pauses. 1-1 pitch on its way. Here's Bogaerts in the air out to deep left field. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Here's another 1-2. 1-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Herrera is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1 left for the Red Sox. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Michael Franco gets set to start out the inning.
Franco.
First delivery to him on the way. Right over the middle, knee high. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now. The pitch. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Again, a 1-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing, and I believe this one is going to find the seats as well. It does, so quite a battle here as it remains 1-2. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
To short, hit hard. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Now at the plate, Odubel Herrera. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Now the pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a curveball that misses, ball 2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
Let's go, guys.
smoke toward third. Ramirez is there. On to first, and there were 2 down.
First baseman number 19, Tommy Joseph.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Liner toward right center. And now that'll hop over the wall, so he'll be at second here with 2 away on a ground rule double.
Well, he definitely puts a charge into this one, and the outfielder has 0 chance to make a play on it. Next thing you know, the relievers in the pen have another ball to warm up with.
Get him down now.
In now, Michael Saunders, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard to the right. Foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Right fielder, number 50.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Man, I'm a little surprised he's throwing as well as he is. He's pitching less than 40% first pitch strikes, and it's either very deceptive or his stuff is electric to the hitters. Because usually that doesn't happen when you're behind that much to have this kind of success.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Hernandez will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
First baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. First time up, he went down looking. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And he misses with it. 1-1. Now the 1-1 to Ramirez. High in the air out to center field. Herrera on the run. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Striding in once again, Jose Ramirez. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
Pelixon's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Man, you got the guy 0-2. How frustrating can you be to leave a ball out over the plate and he ends up getting a base hit?
Pablo Sandoval.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. Pitch out, nothing doing. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And Sandoval's aboard, a base hit.
Breaking his heart, Matt. Breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing, and now look at it. Boom, boom. Base hits coming back at you. That's why you have to complete the inning.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Bradley waits on the 1-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Now another 1-2. And that is through into left field. A base hit. Ramirez rounds the corner and is headed home. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Ready for another chance? Cameron Rupp.
Leading off for
He's in to
Philadelphia.
get things going here in inning number 5.
Cameron Rupp.
Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. The 0-1 on its way. This is line to left. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
The batter, number 6.
Digging in to try it again.
Designated
Chris
hitter.
Coghlan. 0
Chris
for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. And a neck-high fastball that time. Here it comes, 1-0. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands.
Take it off. Let's go.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
A runner at first with no outs here. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Another full count pitch home. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Freddie Galvis comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Don't let him score here.
First delivery to him on the way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
None out, runners at first and second.
Keep it on the ground. Turn 2.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Turn 2 here.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Make him hit the ground ball.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Here it is. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Into the box now. Roman Quinn. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball here, 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Goes to third with it. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Curveball that time, not even close.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
He's set. Now the pitch. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now. Cesar Hernandez will be next. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Second and third here, 1 man out. Takes this the other way to right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Stepping up now, Cesar Hernandez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1.
All right, Red Sox. Let's go Red Sox.
Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Well, that'll get your head shaking at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw.
Here's the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
You know, he was really pounding the strike zone early on, but he's kind of gotten away from that here a bit. He might just need a little reminder to attack hitters and trust his stuff.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball line fouled off to the right over the Red Sox dugout.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. This is grounded foul. Now another 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Line foul off to the right over the Red Sox dugout. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got 2 outs, and he wants to get that third out as quickly and painlessly as possible, but that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
Digging in once again, Michael Franco. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1.
Hey, 2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
And that's the 3rd out. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Phillies lead it 1-0. And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Takes a high fastball for a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Dribbled to the right side. Foul ball, strike 2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Up Next for the Red Sox, left fielder.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The windup and the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. 1 out, nobody on. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Hellickson gets the sign. Here it is on 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Now a ball hit foul off to the right and up into the crowd. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line drive to left. And Pedroia's got himself a base hit. So he delivers with 2 away, and the bottom of the 5th marches on.
Well, you're not always going to hit the good pitches. You hit the mistakes. And that one hung up there, a mistake. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Well, now they got the tying run at first base. Now it's going to take a ball in the gap to really score this guy from first base. And I'm really curious how they're going to defend that on a relay throw, and maybe if we have a play or not. But you got to hit one in the gap to get there first.
Has a look, now the pitch. Strike 2.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings. Talk about dominant work so far.
Here it comes on 0-2. This is foul right side. The next 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
You can do it.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Pereira ranging back at the track. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Robbie Ross takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 28, Robbie Ross.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Third
Leading
trip
off
to the
for
plate for him here tonight. 0
center
for
fielder,
2 at this point.
Odubel Herrera.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now that's a slider that's pretty easy to recognize. Started on the outside, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate. But one that's difficult is that one that starts in at you and still breaks over the plate.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to be a foul ball in amongst the spectators. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch down the third baseline. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Here's Michael Saunders now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Digging in and looking for more, Cameron Rupp. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Ramirez has got it, and the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia. They lead it 1-0. Here's Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Ready on 1-2. Hit out towards second. Hernandez comes up with it. And a rather easy first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Hanley.
Now at the plate, Hanley Ramirez. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Well, the rain is coming down hard here. It's definitely getting wet out there. Look at the outfielders. Those poor guys, they always get soaked out there in the outfield. All I got to say, though, is I'm glad I'm sitting right here in the booth next to you, Matt, and not down there on the field.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Bases are empty, one man out. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On the ground to third. In time to first, and there are two away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose.
Digging in once
Ramirez.
again, Jose Ramirez. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on one specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
Line drive to left. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. He was in a position to wait for his pitch on 2-0, and he got it to keep the inning hot.
Another single. You talk about putting hits together and having nothing to show for it. We've got a bunch of hits and are yet to score.
Standing in now, Pablo Sandoval. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hellickson pauses. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Hit hard on the ground to second. Reined in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up. Philadelphia's on top, 1-0. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Ready for another shot now. Chris
Leading off for the
Coughlin.
Phillies,
0 for 1 for him
designated
here in
hitter.
this one.
Chris Coughlin.
Strike him out.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
Not very aggressive there as that's down the middle for strike 1.
He just took a fastball right down the middle, 2-0. He must have been sitting on a breaking pitch because you don't take that unless you are.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And now a pitch on the way. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Digging in to try it again, Freddie Galvis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Nobody out, runner on first. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
That's a pretty good break right there, breaking all the way across the zone. Now, it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But, man, that's a nasty snapdragon hook right there.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled back. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. A runner at first with no outs here. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Benintendi racing back. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall.
Well, the Green Monster comes into play. You don't see that many other places. I don't think any other place. That's the coolness of Fenway Park and the Green Monster. You get held to a single, but, man, you hit a ball off the monster. You can tell everybody that one.
Striding in once again, Roman Quinn. He hit a sac fly earlier. He's set. Here it comes. Flares this one over toward first. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, that's a big hit right there. You might be wondering why they hold the runner up. Now you have bases loaded. Anytime you have no outs, you don't want to force that guy to be thrown out. Now you put the pressure on the defense with the bases loaded.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Now a fly ball, but far too shallow to get that run in. Benintendi has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Fernando Rodriguez is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out.
Now pitching for the Red Sox, number 33, Fernando Rodriguez.
Maikel Franco will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now. He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
He's in a tough jam right here, but you see what he's doing? He's going back with his best stuff, reaching back, trusting his fastball.
One and one. Here it comes. And that misses. 2-1.
Well, right here, he's definitely worked himself into a very difficult situation. He's got the power hitter at the plate, and you got 2 balls. He's sitting there looking for his pitch to hit. You know he's zeroing in.
Come on, turn the double.
Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Benintendi is under it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Hey, every pitcher likes to have some runs scored for him, particularly when you're throwing as well as he is tonight, and he gets another insurance run on top of it.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Has a look, now the pitch. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Second and third, 2 away. And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Ready once again, Tommy Joseph. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Working to keep them in the game here. Now a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are loaded here. 2 down.
Come on, Buster.
This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Phillies lead this one 2-0. Joaquin Benoit will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
Number 53, Joaquin Benoit.
Ready for another chance? Jackie Bradley Jr. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Bradley waits on the 1-1. Liner towards second, but an atom ball right to him for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Blake Swihart.
And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. A hit in 2 tries so far. Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Matt, that ball's right down the middle. It looked like he wasn't even going to offer at it. Some guys don't mind taking the first pitch, and they even feel comfortable when they're down 0-1.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Herrera moving in. 2 down.
The batter, left fielder, Andrew.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So they go down without a whimper here. 8th inning coming up. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Fernando Abad has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Fernando Abad.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Saunders. For his career in this matchup, he's gone 3 for 8. 2 of those hits were for home runs. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
A windup and the 0-1. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box, Cameron Rupp. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Betts has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter, Chris Coughlin.
In now, Chris Coughlin. Couple of walks for him thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Look out, and that'll give him a close shave.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
And he takes a cold strike 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And the changeup is way low that time. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Chopped at the plate, but that one rolls foul. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they're on top 2-0. Pat Neshek is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Pat Neshek.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. His career numbers against Pat Neshek. He's hitless in 6 tries. In there, and it's 0-1.
When you face a guy with this kind of motion, you just take the first pitch. You hope it's not a strike, but you got to be able to read him. He just gives you a different look than anybody else.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And the sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys on this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Xander Bogaerts comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The pitch. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Hit to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Stepping up now, Mookie Betts. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Saunders on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're still down. It's 2-0. Tyler Thornburg enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Freddie Galvis will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series and maybe even the whole week ahead.
That's wide, 2-0.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Here he comes on 2-0. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
The left fielder, number 24, Roman.
Striding into the box, Roman Quinn. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss here. And the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Curveball that time, not even close.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
2 out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Boy, that pitch looks so good when you're hitting, but you're not going to catch up to it. I think pitchers should use that more often. The high fastball in the eyes, they will never catch up to it.
And this is drifting foul back into the stands.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate. He just fouled it off.
Swing and a liner. right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order. They're up 2-0. Genmar Gomez takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Genmar Gomez.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there.
Oh, that was a pretty good pitch right there. A little bit late. That's why he wasn't able to catch it. Right there in his wheelhouse.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Ramirez will head for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That's exactly what they needed. Down by 2 runs, the leadoff man puts himself in scoring position with the tying run coming to plate. The temptation for the next batter is to swing for the fences and tie it up with one swing, but a base hit brings home a run and keeps momentum on your side. We'll see how he goes about it.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
Ready with the 1-0. And this is fouled back and out of play. A runner at second, nobody out. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
We are watching him reach back and just challenge it with the fastball. Now we got a 1-2 count, and that's 3 fastballs in a row.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss got him reaching. And he makes the throw to first. Ramirez is retired, and there's one away.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Standing in, Pablo Sandoval. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a liner, but foul. Here's another 1-2. Hit to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit.
Well, that single right there moves runners to first and third in less than 2 outs, and he's been throwing a terrific game. Shutout so far, but he's going to have to figure out some magic to wiggle out of this one. Still got the double play in order. Maybe he can roll that double play ball.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
I don't have a problem taking that pitch right there. New pitcher just came in out of the bullpen. You want to see what he's got. You measure the first pitch. Now get ready to hit.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. And he lays off for ball one.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Pitch to the plate is a splitter that misses, so he's behind in the count now, 3-1.
Well, now he's falling behind 3-1, and all the pitches have been down. He's trying to get that double play ball, but the strategy has to change now. Now he's got to throw a strike.
That's right.
3-1. Here it is. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Sean Burnett comes on here looking to get the final 2 outs and earn the save.
Sean Burnett.
Blake Swihart will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
This is a tough spot in the game right here, but when you're a veteran pitcher and you've seen these kind of situations throughout your career, you step back, you make quality pitches, and you trust you'll wiggle your way out of it.
A 1 pitch on its way. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And the winning run will score as they walk off with a 3-2 victory.
Wow, that's an at-bat he'll remember for a long, long time. Bases loaded and drives in all 3 to win this thing by 1 run. He's being mobbed by his teammates, and he deserves to be. What a finish.
So we witnessed a close one here, but this man was a big factor in the outcome, so we're inclined to pencil him in as the top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
The finish in tonight's game. Tyler Thornburg gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show.